Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Ooh. Okay, YouTube. I can choose a picture. Let me see your picture there. Do 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 do. Let's see. Ooh, it ain't put up. Okay, okay, there you go, there you go, there you go. Oh, yeah. Ah, greetings. Hi, darling. How are you? I hope I ain't wake you. I hope you was already up. How are you, darling? What's going on? So, if I had to name this live, it is. If I had to do a song for this live, it would be Lost Boys, Me and My Crazy World. Okay, come on. Come on, because uh, I am I'm going through it over here. But I actually went, I don't be checking my notifications, like on my YouTube dashboard. And somebody was like, hey, can we get an update? What's going on? Yes, they are, and they look good together. They look good together. They do. So they was like, yo, what's going on? We can get an update. Y'all, boom. Let me tell y'all. Okay. So we're down 34 pounds. Um, I actually weighed myself this week, and I was down 3 pounds. So now I'm 5'10". According to my scale, let me say that. According to the scale that I got in my house, I'm 5'10". Um, Started at 544 was the starting weight, and we are at 5'10". Not even gonna hold you. This is the biggest weight loss I have ever had on my weight loss journey. If I do say so myself. Um, and it's not about the physical weight. It's not about the physical weight. This journey is, I'm gonna say, the last, how to donate. Oh, honey, I wish I could uh pin my cash out, sugar. But to be honest, I'm gonna say since October ish, I've been slowly, things have been coming up. It's not even about weight loss, as also it's not about just the weight loss in the physical, but also mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And I would say January, February has been the hardest months of this journey, especially emotionally, and especially uh, mentally and physically, because, but not physically, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, because I have had to when I say really, reflect on people I deal with. I've had to reflect on how I look at myself and all of the things. And I realized that I'm a hot mess. Okay, I am. Let's just say that. But to lose the weight mentally, the you know what I'm saying, that you carry mentally, to lose the weight that you carry spiritually, to lose the weight that you carry emotionally is harder than the physical weight. My heart is going through open heart surgery spiritually. Um, Cutting away things that I couldn't, you know what I'm saying? Hey, that I held on to for so long. Um, Getting rid of old thought patterns and things of that nature. Like I got a situation, right? And in the beginning, it was all good. Like everything was cool. And my perspective and how I feel, let me just say that, is when I finally became vulnerable and let the guard all the way down, that's when shit started getting raggedy. And it was just like, what is it, me? What is it? I really question, like, well, what is it that I'm missing? Um, Smoochie, you about got the shit kicked out of you. Uh, and turned it inward. Turned it and said it was my fault and all of the things. What did I do? You know what I'm saying? How can I fix it to where it go back to where it was supposed to, or the way it was? Um Even don't cry. To the point where it had me reflecting on everything, every relationship that I've ever had. Uh because it was like, damn, how you lose your best friend? And then in order to, and this is in this, um I am an emotional eater, right? Okay, so breaking the habit of not going, ooh, to that space to where I'm eating because I'm hurt, right, was a battle. Oh, that was a battle. And let me tell you how it fucked me over. Because something happened, I triggered. I got triggered by something. And I did. I went and I got like pizza, knowing that I can't eat dairy and I can't eat gluten. When I say it told, I had pizza, I had all the things. Not it was a it was a it wasn't like a whole bunch of stuff, but it was enough to where it made me sick physically. I'm talking about I couldn't even lay down. The mucus had built up so bad. I couldn't even lay down and I couldn't breathe. And I was like, I can't do this. You know better. You know better. You're fighting so hard not to go back to where you were. Regardless of how this person makes you feel, you have to keep you in the forefront. And I tried everything, y'all. I tried to make myself like it was. I am. So I was like, yo, you can't get sick behind your emotions. And so that's exactly what I did. Like I went and I was like, I can't. And I was about to fall back into old habits. So got sick. I mean, I got sick. And I said, no, I can't do this. So I was like, yo, God, like, what's tea? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck am I supposed to be doing? What am I missing? Because this is a pattern that continues. This is a lesson. Something in the lesson I'm not getting. It's not clicking. What am I supposed to be doing? And I sat there and I went back. And I ain't gonna hold you. I went through maybe 2, 3 days where I was blaming myself. Like, yo, You not enough. You are not enough. That's why motherfuckers is doing this, and I blame myself due to it's a trigger. It's a defense mechanism, and it went back to childhood and not feeling like I was enough for situations that I were in, right? And so, and then being, I'm not supposed to be crying on here, but feeling not like enough. Like I have to fight for spaces or to fit into a space that I feel like I shouldn't have to fight for. You know what I'm saying? So that was that was brought up. Like when I say these last 2 months, mentally and emotionally, I have went through. I'm not gonna say turmoil. I'm going to say a hell of a self reflection. Um, it's like, yo, you are like I physically every time I get to a space and I'm like, yo, you, and I think about all of the things. It's like, but what the? I still battle with it. I'm working through it, but it's like, yo, why do people feel like I have to be at a certain space for them to call themselves my friend or feel like they? Why do I have to have such a high requirement? And then I question myself. I was like, yo, like, and mind you, this is all I want people to understand. Physical weight loss, everything is tied together. Everything. Everything is tied together. Your physical, your spiritual, your emotional, your mental, all of it is tied together. There's nothing separate. Anything that manifests in the spiritual, it manifests in the spiritual first before it becomes a manifestation in the physical realm. So that means if you're carrying a whole lot of weight spiritually, it's going, and you don't drop it or you don't get rid of it or you don't sort through it spiritually, it is definitely going to manifest into the physical. It's going to manifest. Like, that's why a lot of people die of a broken heart. That's why people say stress and all of the things. If you don't handle it spiritually, it will manifest into physical whatever. So, mine is my spiritual was my weight, and it became my shield, um, and things of that nature. The last 2 years, I went through the losing of my mother. I went through the losing of friends and things of that nature. And so I started shedding. And right now, the shedding is so intense. But I'm getting to a space, and I'm going to go back real quick. The lesson, when I ask God, like, what is it that I'm missing? What is the lesson that I am missing? It was that I get lost in people. I get so entangled in people, especially if I have strong feelings for them or I let them into my circle, that I forget about me. Anything I got going on, I put it on the back burner. I don't, you know what I'm saying? If it's me, I do me last. I'm good. But what you need? How can I be here for you? I show up for everybody. And the best way I know how to show up in the capacity of how I need to, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, hey, this is what I can do. Uh, and forget about me. And me getting sick from eating that food was a damn good uh, eye opener, because it was like, so are we gonna gain this weight back? Because you, I just want to say I am cute in this picture. Um, Are we gaining this weight back? What are we doing? And I made up in my mind. I said, once I get my shit together, once this Passover, I got to take better care of myself. I want all of the things. And I can't get all of the things if I don't put me first. And it is the hardest. When you're not used to doing that, it's hard. It's something you have to work through seriously. Um and I'm slowly getting there. uh Ignoring people, or I need to get something to wipe my face. Ignoring people, not even ignoring them, but giving them the space, understanding boundaries, and not overplaying your part is vital for any relationship, with yourself, with people you love, co-workers, all of those things. Learning to give people space, learning to give yourself space, learning to give yourself grace and mercy, and say it's okay. Nothing is going to change if they don't talk to you no more, or if you can't have, you know what I'm saying? You have to be able to be patient with yourself. I am not a patient person. I want what I want, and I want it now. Okay? And if we're going to say, why are you like this? I mean, if anybody, if you know, you know. One, I'm the only child my mom and my daddy had. I'm the second oldest, and I'm the oldest. So, but I'm used to getting what I want. If you don't give it to me, I'm gonna go get it myself. And I feel like, and it kind of spilled over when it comes to humans, like people. um, Once I claim you as my human, hey, that's mine. Don't touch it, like toys, like a child. That's my toy, and you can't play with it. And if I see you playing with it, I'm coming to fight you and get my toy back. And you cannot do that. You have to learn to share. You have to learn to allow people to be people. I think Lauren London, I think it's Lauren London, she said it best. We are here to only experience people. And I say to myself, I said it today, I said and this is with any and everybody, I don't care how close you are to me, I don't care how long you've known me. If my experience with you if it ends today, baby, I'm gonna be a hot mess, but I'm gonna be grateful that I got to experience you, and I'm gonna probably look for you in the next lifetime, and pray that I get to experience you again. Um, Chest gonna be toe up, you know. Uh, Toe down, in here crying. All of the things. I'm gonna go through all the motions. But it's going to have to happen. My weight, I'm happy about, you know. Um like I said, this is the most I've been on this journey a long time. A long time. And this is the most I have lost. Where it has been consistent. Um Now, let me say this. I ain't doing this by myself. I do have the help of the shot. Shoot 'em up, bang, bang. Okay? I do. And actually, the company that I was with, my contract ended. And I signed up with somebody else. And they are called Baddies Health. I have my link so you can go check them out or whatever. Um, so that it can continue. I'm grateful. Look, you know how they say in 20 years you see the commercial. If you, da, 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 I take that chance right now. I'll take that chance. I'll talk to him in 20 years and tell him, hey, I was one of them, okay? Um, but I am excited uh, to see where this goes. I feel like once I get under 500 pounds, because that's the first goal to get under 500. I'm 5'10". We are 11 pounds away. Um, Once I get under there, the next goal will probably be like 480. 480. I think I'm gonna do 20-pound increments. Um, because when I started YouTube and I was doing the my dresses and stuff, I want to say I was like 480. So the goal, once I'm under 20-pound increments, once I get to 480, I probably definitely start back doing the hauls, the dress haul, the clothing hauls, because mobility wise, I'll be back to being able to walk better. Um, that's one reason why I said, yo, I cannot gain no more weight. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because I like to go do shit. I like to be outside and all of the things. And my mother would have wanted, didn't wouldn't have want me to be housebound and all the things. And so I'm excited. I wish she was here to see it. I wish my daddy was here to see it. You know what I'm saying? Both parents are gone, deceased. But those that are here that do encourage me and all of the things, I appreciate it. More than you know. You know what I'm saying? Uh, who was I talking to? I was talking to a friend of mine. And he was like, well, what you been up to? Because it's been a while since we talked. And I was like, man, I said, I'm down 3 pounds. Da, 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 gave him a little spiel. And he was like, that's when he was like, okay, well, I challenge you to lose 2 more by Sunday. So I'm trying. I'm gonna try to lose 2 more by Sunday, but this is a journey. Um, and it's more so for me to lose the weight spiritually, because I feel like once I lose this weight spiritually, everything else will slide on off. Um, I am grateful for this journey. I'm grateful for all of the things. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not an easy walk. Uh, and I'm isolated as well. I can tell y'all the other day, I was going through it mentally. Right? I was going through it. I called 3 people. 3. And none of them answered their phone. And boy, I was in here crying. And I told all of them they was fired. But it made me realize, like, in this time, you got to stand 10 toes down. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want this? And sometimes I be looking at this shit like, I don't want it. If this is what I got to go through to get something like this, I don't want it. You can keep it. From love to success, keep it. Keep it. But at the same time, I'm like, I do not want to be stagnant. And things of that nature. I can't. Too much is riding on this. My life, if you know what I'm saying, I want to be married. You know what I'm saying? I want a baby or two. Whatever God decides to that he has decided, whatever God has decided that, hey, this is your story, this is what's gonna happen. I want it. I just didn't know that I was gonna have to be over here crying my eyes out and shit. You know what I'm saying? Um, but again, grateful for all of the things, for every tear that's dropped, for every time I, had to pick myself up by the bootstraps. I'm grateful. Uh, having to be, and in this also, I have learned that I have to create myself a safe space. Being your own safe space is vital, because when you can't get to those who you say, hey, you my safe space, and you can't go vent to people and things of that nature, you have to be able to sit with yourself, and even in the midst of everything that's going on, you still have to sit with yourself and say, yo, I love you. It's okay. You have to give yourself grace. You have to give yourself mercy. You have to be able to pray for yourself. Um, and understand that it's not going to last always. And then not only that, to be able to say, I went through the battle. These are my battle scars, but I survived. I'm here. I'm alive. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my right mind. Sometimes. Um but to say all of the things, and know that this is not for you. At the end of the day, everything you go through is not for you. And I repeatedly have to tell myself that, because I don't know who I'm gonna meet. And they say, shit, nigga, I'm going through this, that, and the third. And I'm like, baby, listen, I understand. Let me tell you, I understand. You know. But also, learning that you're not by yourself. You're never alone. Whoever you believe in, I don't care who you believe in, I don't care what you practice. If you believe in a higher power, you are never alone. Um, you just have to learn to rely on that. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it feel like, man, this some bullshit. Like, for real. But then 6 months later, when you look back at it, you like, yo, now I see. A year later, 2 years later, you'll think about that incident, that time, and be like, okay, I see why now. Um, like, I'm gonna give you an example. December 1st of 2022, my cousin passed, and my cousin had passed, and I lost my job the same day. So I'm sitting in here sick, like, the fuck? What am I gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Um, not knowing in January I would lose my mother, and I was down bad. So even if I would have had a job in January, I would have had to take leave, or been gone, and they probably would have fired me, because I probably wouldn't have called. I would have been calling in every day, or whatever the case may be. Um, and at that time, I didn't see that. I was just pissed I lost my job. Like, nigga, now I got da, 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 you know what I'm saying? Like, I had plans for my birthday and all of the things. So when it happened, it was like, oh, like, once I kind of sat back and just looked at everything, it was like, damn, okay, now I see why the things aligned the way they did. Um, if y'all don't know, my mom was my reason for doing a lot of things. Um, and now that she's, excuse me, no longer here, I realized my mother was my crutch, and that I did everything off the base of getting approval from her. I wanted her, I wanted my mom to be proud. I wanted her to be able to talk when she talked to her friends, say, hey, my daughter doing this, that, and the third. And she's da 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 da. You know, and all of the things. When in actuality, I should have been doing them for me. And for me to be proud of me. And, you know, her being proud was just the extra bonus. Uh, and so now that's where we're at. And we're getting there. Um, we getting there. So, like I said, this is an update. 34 pounds down. 11 more to get under 5. I started working out this week too. I hadn't been working out really too much. I am doing the vibration plate. If you on TikTok and you've seen the little plates that little things people be standing on, to shake you. I got one of them. So I've been doing that. I ain't standing on it yet. I am not ready for that. But that's what I've been doing. So now I've added working out, and I found a little sit down video that works with dumbbells. And so right now I got my little 2-pound dumbbells. We're starting with 2. Okay, what y'all say? I'm getting my body used to using them. And so we gonna see where this goes, you know. 2 weeks. 2 weeks, Razzle Dazzle. We'll be having a Razzle Dazzle kickback. And I pray that I'm under 5 by then. That's the goal. I mean, the goal is to be under 5 by my birthday. If you know, my birthday is April the 7th. I'll be 41, y'all. Oh my God. I'll be 41. And I will officially crossed over into my 40s. But to be under 5 by my birthday. That is the goal. Nervous. Don't ask me why I'm nervous. But yeah. I'm gonna get there. I am going to be under 500 pounds by my birthday. By my birthday, I shall be under 5. Do you hear me? That is the goal, and we're going to reach it. I do have something else I want to say real quick. Before you can have vulnerability or be vulnerable with anybody else, anybody, I don't care if it's friendship, I don't care, any relationship, okay? You have to allow yourself to be vulnerable with you. I am realizing that in this day and age, this season that I'm in, that a lot of things that I want and I feel like I require from somebody else, I am not doing that or providing that for myself. And a lot of those things, I'm not even going. That's why I said my mother was my crutch, because a lot of those things that I was doing stopped when she got sick and stopped once she passed. And so now I'm like, I cannot continue to what can I say this? I cannot continue to put things or have things or rely on somebody else to be those things. Don't know if I want to say it like that, but and so, like I said, this situation that I ain't gonna say that I'm in. I don't know. I don't know what to call it. Um, I realized like, hey, at the end of the day, people gonna make sure they good. So it's my job to make sure I'm good. And a lot of times I don't make sure I'm good. And so because I'm so worried about everybody else, I'm so worried about everybody else and what they doing and how they doing and all the things. I call, I check up on people. Hey, how's your mental health? Da 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 da. All of the things. And now I'm doing it for me. So like when I wake up in the morning, I'm asking myself, how's your mental health? How you feeling? Did you get enough sleep? And all of the things. I started off good last week. I ain't gonna hold you. Monday through Wednesday, I got up, I meditated, um, prayed, and think. And that's when the heat got turned up. Baby, I was in here. Like the heat, the baby, it got hot in that kitchen. You hear me? But I said, oh, okay. After I realized, like, this is what you're supposed to do. You are out of practice. You are out of shape spiritually. So I started back, and I said, and at first I said, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna sit up and do it. I was doing it in my room. When I got up, that way, like all my books and stuff was right there, cause ain't nobody sleeping with me, so it's on the other side of my bed. You know what I'm saying? So, bow, get up, roll over, it's right there. Um, and I brought it in here in the living room, and that's when I stopped. And I said, nope, I'm taking it back in my room. That's where it's gonna be at until I am consistent enough to be able to get up and do what I need to do and come and sit up and sit at a desk and do all the things. You know what I'm saying? I ain't strong enough yet, so yeah, it's going back in the room in the bed with me. My sleep pattern. Let me tell you. Uh, let me take y'all back. Okay, so I had a king size bed, right? King size bed, toe up. They got toe up. Like when you're a big guy, the dip and things of that nature. Anywho, was trying to get me a bed. Couldn't. Stuff happened. I ended up having a twin bed. Okay, I slept on that twin bed for like maybe 2 years. So this year I was able to afford to get a new bed. Like so, got a new bed. Baby, let me tell you, my sleep has so improved. Now it's time to get on a sleep schedule. So, um, I still get up at 8 o'clock. Or sometimes I get up before 8, but I get up early through the day. I'm up, and then I take a nap. So the thing is pushing through that phase where I need a nap, so that way at night I can relax, go to sleep, and sleep through the night. So that's where we at right now. But the last couple of nights, maybe the last 2 weeks, I have been going to bed, like going to sleep like 6. Yeah, they wasn't like 6, 7 o'clock, or not even that. The other day, I think I went to bed before 5. I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a little hour nap and call it a day. Baby, it was before 5 o'clock. Baby, I know I ain't wake up till 11:30. I said, sheesh, what the hell? But yeah, kitty boom boom. So we doing good. It's getting better. It's getting better. I'm getting better. I'm actually about to go back to therapy and all of the things. So yeah, everything is coming together. Uh, I got, like I said, like I want to go to, like everybody asking me to go to swim thick, and I can't. I can't due to the fact I got goals I want to meet, and one of them is uh, going to set me up to do better, to be better, to be able to shit. You know what? Just wait. And things of that nature. So yeah, that's what we doing. Like this summer is just straight grind. We got 3 more classes for my associates. I'm also taking the certification right now for digital marketing and e-commerce and all of the things. So that's what we doing. You know what I'm saying? Um, but once I get back under 5, baby, and we hit that 480, we hit the goal of 480, that first 20 pounds, or 19, because to get under 5 is 11. So that first 19, once we get past that first 19, and this mobility is better, baby, here come the YouTube videos. Understand, we getting back into the swing of things. And all that, you know. So be on the lookout for that. And this, I'm serious. I am serious. Once we hit the goal, it's up, you know. But yeah, child. I know I was all over the place with this, but I appreciate everybody that came and listened, everybody that put in the input, all of the things, you know, all of the things. Um, I'm probably about to go live on Instagram now. You dig? Uh, Come holler at me over there. Leave your comments, concerns, all of that. And you know what I'm saying? I do read the comments. I be late sometimes, but I do read the comments. Let me know. What's up? How y'all doing? How you feeling? You know what I'm saying? All of the things. All of the things. I will make sure that I come and answer you, like all of everything. I will make sure of it. But with that being said, I'm outie. You did. You know, I just want to say, y'all see that picture? Do you see her? Do you see her? I'm getting back to I'm her. And this time around, I'm not going to be humble about it. So if you don't like it, oh well. Sucks to be you. But we getting there. And you know what's crazy? Look, I was about to go, but now I got something else to say. Real quick. Uh, you know what? I'm gonna say that for another day. I'm gonna say for another day. I'm gonna say that for another day. We're gonna have a conversation. We're gonna have a conversation. We're gonna have several conversations. But again, I love y'all. Thank you for following me and putting up with my foolishness. To my subscribers, y'all are the fucking best. Thank you, thank you, thank you for not, you know, judging me and stuff. And all of the things. So y'all have a beautiful night or morning, because it's 3 o'clock in the morning. And I'll see y'all later. Peace, beautiful people.